Hey, this is Cheryl Girl with B101.9, the station that plays the best variety of hits and old school. I am so excited. Sitting here beside me, British sensation, Daley is in the house. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Now see, you're British. I'm Southern. So
Okay.
it's, how you doing, honey?
Yeah. I'll be like, I'm fine. How are you?
I love it. Now, this is your first U.S. tour, right?
It's my first full
Full,
length. But
okay.
I did a smaller US tour at the end of last year just to kind of touch base and
Kind of get things warmed up.
Yeah. So this is the main event.
So far, how has it been?
It's been amazing. We started off a couple of weeks ago at South by Southwest in Austin. Just kind of did the festival.
That's
thing.
a big way to start.
Yeah.
That's all the way in.
Yeah, in the deep end. But that was great. We kind of got to play some shows and to some audiences that were slightly different to what I would normally play. And then then we went and did the first show in Atlanta, kicked off the tour from there, and we just it's been great show after great show, really.
Well, now your first album is out, Days and Nights. Tell me a little bit about that, please.
Days and Nights, yes. Well, it's a project I've been working on for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while in the making, just kind of getting it right and making sure it had everything on it that I wanted. But it's my debut album, so really wanted it to be the next chapter.
Right.
And show the full picture of me as an artist, and as a singer and a songwriter. A lot of people know me from the previous EP that I released, which is the Alone Together EP,
Right.
which had the single Alone Together with Marsha Ambrosius.
Marsha Ambrosius, Martians, you know how we feel about that.
Yeah, we love Marsha.
Well, don't get it twisted. We love you too because the song is amazing. And I know you're talking about your album, but I have to ask you, before you talk any more about the album, your voice. I just really have never heard anything like that. So as a musician, I'm like, is he a soprano? Is he a tenor? Contralto? What you do is just amazing, such a range. So now, how do you technically refer to your voice? What are you doing besides creating magic? And really, truly, love it.
Thank you. Well, I think for me, I've always gone with the thing of never trying to decide what I am, in terms of like range or whatever. It's just about feeling, and I go as far as I can go. And it's really just about, how I can express the emotion through melody and lyrics, So I try not to put a cap on it to say, I'm this or I'm a soprano, I'm a whatever. So, I think that's key, because if you label yourself, then you limit yourself in some ways.
I think you're being very modest too, because what you do, it really is just off the charts. And with your new album, Days and Nights, you've got some heavy hitters on there. My understanding, you work with Pharrell and with Questlove. Tell me about working with Pharrell first. I have to ask you, pardon the pun, but did it make you happy to work with Pharrell? You knew that was coming, right?
Of course. He is really. Obviously, I respect a lot of musicians. I have a lot of people who I've been influenced by, but he's probably someone who I really grew up through my teens and everything with his music around me. And
that must make him feel really old to hear you say
I'm not that old, but So it's,
really, come on. I think he just turned 40, right?
Really?
I think so. He just turned 40, so you're maybe like 12. Not that I'm asking your age, but go ahead.
Well,
I
probably would have been. But so for me, it was to kind of actually have him involved, and then in my first album was was great, and the way it happened was really cool. I'd been in the States writing the album, and I bumped into him a couple of times at festivals and a couple of like awards, and we were just like, hey, we've got to make this happen because we keep bumping into each other. So literally, he's like, right, I've got 2 days next week. Let's just do it in LA. I was in LA. He's like, let's just do it. Let's not make it longer than it needs to be. Let's just get in and do it. So I was like, great. And we got in. I was a little nervous because meeting your idols or people who you really respect can be risky.
A little scary.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. And if it went terribly, I would have just been kind of But it was amazing. He's such a humble guy. Really about the music. And really about getting into my head and wanting to be a part of the project that I was creating, rather than just here's a piece of music, or here's a
So it's a real collaboration.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool.
And
now, which song is it on Days and Nights?
It's the current single, which is called Look Up.
Look Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it just turned out so well. So I was really pleased to have him involved. And I also did some stuff with Questlove and the Roots, which didn't end up making the album.
Aw.
But it was it's a song that I have there, and I think I'm going to try and get it used somewhere because I love it. It was just a label thing, like we couldn't have so many songs on the album, so it didn't make it. It's a song called Rainy Day, and it's great. So I'm hoping that will see the light of day soon.
We hope so too. Now, we know that you've worked with Marsha Ambrosius. She's a UK artist, but what about American artists? Who would you like to work with?
Oh man, so many. You know, I've got all my kind of favourites and the people who I grew up listening to, like, you know, I'm a big Shaka Khan fan.
And is it true that you cover Shaka Khan in your live show? Sometime?
Maybe not. You have to come down and see the show.
Okay, keep it real. I got to see the white boy cover Shaka Khan. I do. I'm just saying. You know, if you have to be able to not just sing, but you know, in the South we say sang. Sang. You got to sing, come with it.
Okay.
To do Shaka Khan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take it lightly.
All right.
But I mean, Shaka is, you know, she's I think she's one of the best vocalists of all time. You know,
I do too.
Her voice is pure joy for me. So you know, I mean, I would love to do something with her. Prince is, you know, one of my favorite. Is probably my favorite of all time. You know, he's someone who I respect so much musically.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even
because I'd like to see who could hit the highest note.
No, I think it would be him.
They have a sing off between you and Prince.
I think it'd be Prince.
Okay.
I'd be quite happy to let him take it. You know. But you know, he's incredible. And you know, I mean, they're obviously my top, you know, on my wish list, but. I've also, you know, I've been really fortunate. I've done a lot of collaborations over the last few years. Like, say, Marsha, worked with Pharrell. I did some stuff with the Gorillaz quite early in my career, and a few different things. So it's been really nice for the album to just kind of focus on me.
Well, I imagine so. Actually, get what you're about as an artist out there.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the album. We've covered like 2 of the songs, but why should everybody run out and download Days and Nights by Daley right now? Why should we do it?
I think because, you know, it's the next step in, you know, what people know me for with the Alone Togethers and the really soulful stuff, which is, you know, what I've kind of built my foundation on, and it's really the next step, and it's the thing that I think is a little bit more exciting, where I'm kind of taking that, keeping the soul at the core of everything, you know, that's the emotion, that's the way I write, and then I'm just kind of trying to take it a little bit further and kind of take it into the future a little bit, you know, not kind of rest on what people expect a soul album to be.
Because, you know, a lot of times if you are a white artist singing anything that sounds soulful, they want to put it in a box and call it blue-eyed soul.
Yeah.
So, like you said, no labels, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't even know what blue-eyed soul sounds like. Like, I think it just has a look, you know?
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. It's just a look.
Yeah.
It's not about the sound. It is a look.
Yeah, so for me, you know, I've really worked on kind of tweaking the sound of the album, and you know, there are some songs on there like the title track Days and Nights, which is, I feel it's very unique to me. You know, it's it has a combination of, you know, real songs with interesting production, and just kind of I feel like it's just almost the next step for me, you know.
Well, I know that with your live tour, you've worked with some people here. Let me run down this list here. I know Kelly Rowland.
Yes.
Maxwell, Miguel, and Marsha Ambrosius. So what has that been like? Okay, who was the most fun to work with?
In terms of touring or writing?
Touring.
Touring. Well, I have to say it was, I supported Miguel on tour in the UK. And that was great because it was about a year ago. And, you know, I respect him a lot. I love what he's doing with his music and the way he's taking R&B and soul, the direction he's taking it in. And it was really good, because he's obviously a few steps ahead of me. But it was really good to kind of see where he's at in his career and how he's dealing with it, and just, you know, it was inspiring, you know, to be around him at that time, and he's been really supportive of my music, and we had some fun on tour. So
that sounds like stories that can't be told right now.
Well, you know, I had to show him around the UK, you know.
All right.
That was my duty. But and then, you know, obviously Marsha, she joined me on a couple of the dates I did last year. That was even though the song came out maybe nearly 2 years ago.
I think it was 2012.
Yeah,
came out.
You know, so it's been a while, but we never been in the same place at the same time to perform it live.
And I hate to tell you this, you are literally 11 days ahead of her in Charlotte.
I know.
11 days. She's going to be here April 5th, and that just, I mean, it's going to be amazing to see you tonight, and amazing to see her on the 5th. But how are we going to get the two of y'all together in one place?
We're still working on it. We're still trying to cross-reference her tour dates and mine. So hopefully we'll get, you know, at least one or two. So
now the duet that you guys did is on your new album.
Yeah, we had to put it on because it's, you know, it's still one of my favorite songs I've written, you know, and believe it or not, as as successful as it's kind of been for me, I still know there are millions of people who haven't heard it. So you know, you could just because I think it's been out for a while, it doesn't mean that, you know.
Well, it's been very, very popular, especially with V101.9 listeners. I know that it made the most requested song of the day, like at least 3 weeks in a row. And I know so also on our website, same thing, most requested song over and over and over again.
That's great.
So we love you here in the Carolinas.
Appreciate that.
So I always believe in asking people about their energy and putting those words out there. Ask you what artist you want to work with. So let me ask you, if you could just make a wish right now and say that you want to do a movie, you want to write a book, you want to work with this musician or this producer, who would that be? Because if you put the energy out there, we're going to put ours behind it.
Okay.
We said Prince.
We said Shaka.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what? I kind of want to. I have a project I'm working on at the moment that I really want to sort of dip my hands into something with a slightly hip hop feel to it. So
Daley does hip hop.
Yeah, you know. We keep it moving.
Okay,
so,
now you're gonna sing the hook. Or you're gonna rap a little bit.
Well, I have some ideas, and I have a couple of song ideas that I feel like need, you know, maybe a rap presence. And I'm like, you know, Kendrick is you know my number one in that department at the moment. I would love to do something with him.
Cool.
So maybe we should put that out there.
Put it out there. You never know. Hey, Kendrick, call Daley. Tell him Churl Girl sent you, right? But tonight, a lot of your friends, Daley, have only heard, a lot of your fans and friends have only heard your album and seen videos. But tonight we get to actually see you on stage. So what can people expect when they see you hit the stage this evening and for the rest of your Days and Nights tour?
Well, the live show, we've got it. I think we just about got it right now. We took the first few shows to work it out, and I was feeling really good. We've got, obviously, I want to give people the songs they know.
Right.
I want to give them the new songs and really bring them that next level of what I'm trying to do as an artist. And you know, we like to throw in some little surprises here and there, little songs that people might know or things that they won't expect. You know, and there's actually potentially tonight we may have a special guest, but I can't say who because it's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed. Is it anybody who lives close by?
I'm not sure. I know they're in town. They're in town.
Okay.
So you never know.
Well, to find out, make sure you go to it's at the Visual Light. It's at the Visual Light tonight. You can go online and get tickets. We want to wish you the best with your new album and the best with your American tour. Any last words for your fans here in the Carolinas?
Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you. You know, we had the first show last night in Raleigh, and we got Charlotte tonight, and it's been an amazing welcome. So thank you to everyone who came down. And yeah, if you want to keep in touch, I'm on Twitter at Daley Music, DALEY Music, or Facebook Daley Official. And thank you for the love.
And thank you. We appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
You guys keep it locked in to V101.9.